Guys, there's over 4,000 banks in the United States as of today, and I'm going to answer 3 questions for you. What is the biggest bank in the U.S.? Where is your money the safest? Which bank is the safest bank in the U.S.? And if you're a business owner, what bank do you actually want to be set up that's actually going to help you grow your business? That's what we're going to break down for today, so lock in. All right, guys. Hey, if you find value in this video, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And if you are a small business owner, entrepreneur trying to build something big in 2023 and beyond, make sure you post some comments in there, some questions. We always look at those and answer those for our viewers. We know there's 4,000 banks. We know as of late in the last few months, there's been some banks that have been, pretty good size that have been failing. You have Silicon Valley Bank went out of business. You have a First Republic Bank that got taken over by Chase. You have all these different banks. Signature Bank went out of business. These banks are really struggling with these high interest rates. And so where are you going to be the safest as a business owner? Which is the biggest bank? Well, let's unpack this for you. First off, these big banks, often called too big to fail banks because they're so big if they failed, it would screw a lot of people, a lot of the economy. So here are the top 5 largest banks in the United States by assets as of 2021. Number 5, we've got our good friends at U.S. Bancorp, also known as U.S. Bank. Now, U.S. Bancorp has over $553 billion in assets, making it the 5th largest bank in the U.S. It provides a range of services, banking, investment, et cetera, mortgages. I feel like they do a nice job of serving business owners and individuals, probably businesses, maybe even a little bit more than individuals. But that's U.S. Bank. They're number 5. Number 4 is Citigroup. Now, Citigroup has over $1.6 trillion in assets, so they're definitely a lot bigger than U.S. Bank. And as the 4th largest bank in the U.S., they offer a diverse range of financial services to individuals, businesses, institutions. You probably have a Citibank credit card or 2 or 3. They've made some big relationships. They do a lot of the lending for Best Buy and some other groups out there. And so Citi is well known and one of the largest, in fact, the 4th largest in the U.S. Now, number 3 on our list is Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo has over $1.8 trillion in assets. And when you say assets, most of the time you're talking about what they have in terms of deposits. Those are kind of assets that they use. Our money that we deposit in there becomes future loans and mortgages and things that they can lend out and make money on. And that is kind of crazy. It's kind of like we put our money up as depositors, and it's basically like an interest-free loan for the bank that then use, they're basically going to take our money that they don't have to pay us hardly anything on. A lot of banks are paying less than 1%. Some are paying a little bit more with higher interest rates, and then they go out and they lend it out as a credit card at 25% interest, or they lend it out as a car loan at 7% interest, et cetera. And so that's how these banks are functioning. And ticking down to number 2 is Bank of America. Bank of America has really grown in the last decade. The 2 top banks have grown astronomically fast as they've taken over some of the smaller banks, and really a lot of depositors and businesses have felt more comfortable with some of these bigger banks. So Bank of America is number 2 with $2.8 trillion in assets, making it the 2nd largest bank in the country. Drum roll, please. Number 1, the man, the myth, the legend himself, CEO for the last 15, 16, 17 years, Jamie Dimon of Chase. He is known as the businessman's banker. I mean, he banks with the biggest entrepreneurs out there. The government, the politicians, they all go to Jamie Dimon. And that's why he is the CEO of JP Morgan Chase. And JP Morgan Chase is far and away the number 1 largest bank in the United States with over $3.7 trillion in assets. Back to our questions. The biggest bank in the country, we've answered that. That's JP Morgan Chase. Where is the bank that you should feel the safest putting your personal money and your business money? It's probably Chase. With a caveat, Chase is not the best when it comes to lending to business owners. So just because you have your account at Chase doesn't mean Chase is going to automatically provide you with a big line of credit or an easy business loan. I will say this though, they are great with their business credit cards. And so if you are set up at Chase, you can literally build up a business credit card up to $100,000 plus limit by taking care of your relationship, using that card and paying it down. But when it comes to lending, a lot of the times I recommend having, yes, your business account at a Chase, but also having your business account perhaps at a local credit union. For whatever reason, your local credit union may actually offer you more financing and do it quicker and easier than Chase. So overall, the biggest bank is Chase. Your best safest spot to put your money as a business owner and probably as an individual is Chase. Their technology is top notch. But if you're looking for relationships, not only for business lending purposes, but also for, hey, I want to get the lowest car loan interest rate, or I want to get an interest rate that's really low to buy a boat or an RV or something like that, your local credit union is generally going to be your best option. So that, my friends, is it. There's your banking breakdown for the day, so that you can make good decisions when it comes to banking and not have to worry about your bank, going out of business.